So today, we're gonna talk a little bit about business relationships, the do's and don'ts of business relationships. Um, and clearly, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody got their own how to do when it comes to business, um, when it comes to connecting with people, working with different brands, different organizations, or whatnot. But I want to talk about just a couple of key things that have helped me be successful, and I think that it will help others be successful. A lot of people ask me quite often, how do I get this, or how am I connected with this, or how do I make this happen, like that type of stuff. And really, it all derives from a couple of these tips that I wanted to share and see what everybody thinks. First bullet point that I want to talk about, do's of business relationships. So whenever you first come in contact, with a new potential associate or brand, venue, whatever, you want to definitely make sure that you have a lasting impression at that first contact. You know what I mean? When you first meet people, especially people in the creative space, you know, creative people meet people all the time, literally all the time. And since creatives are always, literally their brain is always moving, always thinking of the next best thing, the next dope thing to do, when we take the time to meet with someone with the hopes of building with them, it needs to be a memorable interaction so that when the planning starts, we can mentally remember like, oh yeah, well, let me backtrack. I can connect with this person, connect with that person, yada, yada, yada. And people should be able to do that with you also. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that have a lot of great talents, offer a lot of great things, but they're not well versed in conversation to make themselves memorable. It's definitely a skill, and it's definitely something that people need to invest some time in. You need to be able to talk your way into being memorable. Some things that'll do that, you know what I'm saying? You could always do a little bit of research of whoever you're talking to, whoever you're meeting with, whoever you're trying to connect with, know a little bit about what they do. You know what I'm saying? If you're a social media person, you can always check out what they have going on, what y'all have in common. All of that, in addition to the things that you do, all of that stuff makes you memorable, it calls for a memorable first impression. So, those are some things that I would list as, making a good, memorable first impression. That is do number one. Do number two, you got to be consistent with everything that you said in that first meeting. Everything that you've stated about yourself, everything that, that you say that you can and will do, that needs to show up sooner than later. Your body of work pretty much needs to speak for itself. If people start asking about you, people should be able to say that you're reliable. You definitely will do the things that you say you're going to do. And you do it in a timely fashion. People want things to move. When the train starts, you want the train to keep moving. You know what I mean? So, consistency is definitely key. And following up is a big part of consistency also. If you step out there and try to connect with somebody, you're saying you want to do this, you want to do that, and I can do this, and I can do this, and I'm the best at this, I'm the best at that, and then you go dead air, like literally you initiated it and you go dead air, what does that say about you? That's definitely shooting down your consistency, shooting down your chances of working with, said brand, said creative, whoever, whatever. It's just not really making you look good in the situation. So, following up, consistency, all those things are definitely key when it comes to business relationships. And another thing, for do's, business do, go deep. What I mean by go deep, if you've connected with someone, you all are in a space of building, just so you can answer this for yourself. when you decide to work with someone, you work with them based on the skills that they have and what they've presented to you. When you all bring your powers together, you want them to talk their talk, do their thing, so you can do your thing and talk your talk. If you're in that space, whatever your specialty is, be prepared to talk about that shit for real. You know what I'm saying? You are the expert in that partnership of whatever you are bringing to the table. So talk about it. Talk about the history of it, the trends, the this, the that, why the decisions that you are saying we should make sense. You're the expert, so it needs to go down like that. But yeah, go deep. Talk that talk. Whatever it is that you are the expert in, make sure that whoever you're partnering with knows you're the expert at it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you're there for. Give your insight, give your opinion. Just talk your talk. You know what I mean? Oh no, I do got one more do before we jump into don'ts. Those creatives or business owners, the next generation up under you, start pouring into them. Mentor them, help them out. You know what I'm saying? Help them do what they got to do. Help shape them. Because one, eventually they're going to take your place. Two, they make the best, that's like the best allies you can have. The younger people are into much more things than we're into, depending on where you fall in age. Pour into them genuinely. Don't use them. Pour into them genuinely so that they can pour back into